Excited for today because I saw something on X which I really wanted to share. I am talking about EtchWP, so I'm excited for this live stream to see what has been cooking, because yeah, there are just some exciting things in the latest Etch version. And also I wanted to look at Editor V4 for Elementor because I'm excited about those updates that they have done, and look into the changelog. Of course, a very good YouTuber called Dave Dan has already covered most of those points as well. So yeah, let's check it out together on this live stream and see what happens, right? Let me set up some things. As always, we need to see if the restream is working. That looks like everything is working, so that's nice. And then we need to open up the stream. I also want to check out something from Webstudio. And Webstudio. So let's add that one as well. Let's see. And add updates. Hey, Jimmy, how are you doing? I hope you're not too stressed with your deadline that you have set for yourself. I have a little bit different setup nowadays. I used to have a screen over there, and now it's down here, and I have a bigger screen there, so it's a bit changing. Hey Toby, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. How are you? Is everything okay? Is everything all right? Looks like that everything is working. What? Etch and Elementor, it's a special treat. Yes, especially with stress. I'm fine, hopefully. Yes, I planned this stream especially for you because I know that you're very excited about that one. I also wanted to check out Webstudio, and I know that you're also very excited about that one. So especially for you, I'll do those kinds of things. Let's have a look. Doing good. Doing good. And let's see. I don't know how to. I want to properly set this up. I've just changed the layout of my setup, so I need to find out what a nice way of working with it is, and there's no better way than just trying to hear. Isn't it? I can already see someone getting riled up. I'm sorry, Gavin, if you see that after the live stream. It wasn't planned, but I'm very excited to show all those things together, actually. All right, let's go into it. Let's first check out Webstudio because they have announced the HTML element. I'm very excited about that one. Let's see, where was it? It is in community. No, it isn't. Resources, I guess that's the one, right? It should be in the blog. And Bogdan, who is a very... he watches this live stream a lot of times, so I don't know if he's in today, but I want to check out the HTML element, of course. And let's just check it out. Hello, little brother. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. It's better today, for me at least. I had some anxiety about my new day job. The agency life is different from what I'm used to. I'm used to just having the tech industry, building on SaaS platforms, so software as a service, and the way you work and you have to handle certain projects is way low maintenance, way more chill than doing that in an agency. So I'm getting used to it, and talked today to my team leader, and he helped me out, calm things down a little bit. So that's always nice. So I'm also it's really awesome. Oh, done with recording the course. That's nice. Ooh, we got spoilers right here, Toby. So we need to get you on stream next week, I guess, right? That you can announce your course and share your experience with building it. I'm very very excited about that one, Toby. So congrats. Thanks a ton. Hi. yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm happy to have that conversation, right? If you have something that's bothering you, it's always smart to talk to the people, and they can help you out with feeling more chill and understanding, and maybe they understand you as well. So if you keep it for yourself, like I did, then you're the only one that's stressing out, and you have nothing and no one to talk to, and can get even worse. But I'm good, thanks. Whoever didn't, yeah. Luckily, most people are. But today I really want to dive into, first up, the HTML element from Webstudio. So I don't know what it is. Let's go through the article. I can leave it in the chat as well. If people want to see it, let's see, where's the chat? Where did I put you? Here you are. And let's find out together a bit on this. I actually like your current video setup. Plus, it looks brighter. Plus, you look like you grew 5 years younger. It's my beard. It's just a few millimeters, and I shaved it off. If I completely remove my beard, I guess I get a identity check for purchasing alcohol, because then I look younger than 18 years old. No, I'm kidding. Let's continue on this. At the heart of every web experience lies HTML, the internet's foundational language. With direct HTML access, a website builder can ensure the visually designed pages remain semantically sound for SEO and assistive technologies. So accessibility and search engine optimization, right? That looks, that sounds good already. With the basics of HTML. Moreover, HTML is actively developed and continually gains new capabilities. Ensuring that the visual builder always has access to the capabilities is vital for future-proofing. And that's exactly what I said a few weeks back, or maybe it was last week, right? The Elementor doesn't have the new HTML elements available. If I remember correctly, Brix has that problem as well. If there's a new HTML element available, you need to wait for them to adopt it inside of the page builder. And that's something that is a bit of a trouble if you want to future-proof a page builder. Now, in my opinion, Edge does that way better, because you can change the HTML literally. And you can also do it way better with using Visual Code or CodePen or whatever, because you're just writing HTML. But it gets a little bit tedious if you only write HTML and CSS. And I'm already thinking of a follow-up video from last week, where I said that you need to learn HTML, but I also have a counter idea about that one. He looks even low. Aw, thanks, brother. Originally, Webstudio offered components like box, text, and heading that covered only a small subset of the predefined tags and attributes. However, to support all HTML tags, we would have needed to add more 100 additional components, each with its own constraints and attributes. This approach felt impractical and would have added extra client-side JavaScript to every published site. Today, we're excited to present a more general, optimized solution that puts the full power of flexibility of HTML directly in your hands. That sounds exciting. Mom spaghetti. Introducing the element component. To unlock the full spectrum of the web platform, we evolved Webstudio into a more powerful HTML-aware editor. Much like modern code editors, users now receive comprehensive assistance when writing HTML. The new element component replaces many existing private components. Hi, I'm Private Components, enabling you to author complete HTML semantics directly in the builder. The element component adapts to its current context, parent and child elements, by following the HTML content model. For example, dropping an element into the UL automatically detects the required tag and creates an LI element. If you attempt to change the UL tag, only UL, OL, and the menu options will be offered. So that's a smart element. Looks interesting if you don't know what you're doing and just starting out with HTML. So I think this is a very smart decision from Webstudio to be private to ease. It's internet slang for all right. 07. Element can be configured with the attributes, so you can href. I'm too lazy to read everything. Style panel states like hover and focus, for example, A shows a visit state. Nice, so they adapt as well and helps configure copy and paste HTML from anywhere. That's nice. Since the early days of the internet, I know, when I was a little bit younger, people have viewed page source codes and copied markup into their own project for sure. In tutorials, if I was too lazy, I just copy and paste the thing that people already made, or I try to recreate it, but sometimes copy and pasting is a lot nicer. With HTML, with Photoshop, it was harder to do that. Webstudio intelligently interprets and pasted HTML and converts inline styles into local styles seamlessly, preserving your HTML in the visual workflow. I wonder how it works with attributes, like here. It's automatically uploaded to your... so it's automatically uploaded as well. And you can have markdown. We have new commands for elements. So you can open something up with commands. Command K. Yeah. I'm on Windows, so I don't have a command key. And then add in everything you want. Look at that. That looks pretty nifty, actually. So that's something for Dave to test out. What looms ahead? Accessibility tree, accessibility tools, and that sort of things. You're working on making the setup of Webstudio easier because it's quite complicated still. Yeah, the open source project, you shouldn't run it. That's also clearly stated in their self-host option. The build is open source and can be run locally without much hassle. Alright, I'm laughing about this one because it is still a lot of hassle to get it working, especially if you don't know how things work with setting these things up. But it isn't recommended in a production environment yet. If I remember correctly, they're still working on improving that you can run Webstudio yourself. And I think it's the next thing they should be focusing on as well, if you ask me. If they truly want to replace, be a replacement for WordPress, then this is the next step. Evolving the builder to not only be available on their platform, but on any other platforms, because it's open source and then people can use it. But that's just my thought. So let's just dive into the dashboard. By the way, Jimmy, let me know if you want to try this out together. I said it earlier, but let's test. Create a test project, and let's see how this goes. I also would love to have some kind of music, so let's open up music. I need to find the correct one. Turned off. I hope it's not turned off everywhere. Let's see. Creator mix. There we go. Muddy blues. Do we want epic rock? Ooh. Because we're doing epic things. Or things. The mic is not picking up, so that's good. Let's change the properties to fetch this one. And there we go, we have epic rock running. I hope your video will not have copyright strikes doing that. No, it's from this guy's, let's see, creator mix, and that's here are some up and coming copyright strikes. So let's open up a playlist, shall we? Or do we want trap? But these are free of any of of the copyright things. You only need to add a little bit of music by creator mix at the bottom, and then you're all set. Now I update and then everything should be fine. Thank you, by the way. That will be something. Stomp. Let's stomp it out loud. Yeah, I am feeling rocky today. Yeah, this is really stomp rock. So let's Command K this thing with Control K in this case, and let's HTML embed. So it's just the element then. It's a div. Look at that. It turns into a div. And if we try how to change it, can we change the div into something? All right, let's add. There should be a section, by the way, directly in the bottom body, because it is a section, or it should be a main or article. Let's see, name. It's really changing the name. It's not. I guess it's not changing the HTML tag. Look at that. There it is. Let's try it out. All right, this is now a UL. There we go, and it changes the icon as well. And Control K, add an element, and it's a list item. Look at that. That's awesome. If you ask me, this should be a main, because there's nothing. It's the body, and inside the body you have the main tag, or is it the replacement? Let's see. Does main replace body? No, you have the body tag and then you have the main tag. Silly me. Silly Lex. This is really some epic rock, right? What type of music do you listen to whilst doing a live stream? Let's see. Let's put it in there. There we go. And then we have our list item. Double click. Hello. Ooh, nope. And I guess we need to duplicate the li. Hello world. Look at that, we're creating something awesome. And now when we want to change the UL, it can only be changed to unordered list and menu. So that's really awesome and nicely done. It really makes this a little bit easier that you don't have to think about it. So that's nice. It depends on the days, on the mood. I can go from classic rock to hard rock and everything in between. Nice. What kind of band is it that you're listening to? I cannot play it during my stream, of course, but just curious, out of curiosity. Oh, we should do a Decky's Reviews playlist of music. Then everybody can throw in some music or noise, whatever you call it. And then we can see what kind of music is listened to. Let's see, we have main, and inside main I expect there to be directly a section. It's a div. That should be a section, because it's a section of our main content. Oops, I did something wrong. I got to styles, but I don't want that. I want to go into section, and when I press S, look at that. That's better. Main and section, and inside the section I want to add another element, and that can be a div, so that's fine. And we want to add another one. The keyboard shortcut is really awesome that you can just add in all these things directly. So now we have to, I want to change this to a left-right grid. Some people like to use flex, I like to use grid. Ooh, and that's not available. Ooh dear. So we have to use Flexbox. I really don't like Flexbox. Because Flexbox, the content itself will decide how big it is and how small it is. But I want to do that on the parent element. I like a lot of Metallica and AC/DC, but I like a lot of Ed Sheeran and Adele. Underground electro. Ooh, I'm very curious how that sounds. But let's make a playlist after the stream. I will send it to you guys because I'm very curious what kind of music you're into nowadays. For me, we can actually see right here. Let's see. Yeah, this is in Dutch, so you're not much if you can't read Dutch. Kidding. You guys are also people. Let's see, we go home. Keep listening. Here you see a lot of podcasts happening right there. Here the WAN show, of course, and Tube Talk by VidaQ, and we have the Web Talk show, and we have Beyond Coding, the Future podcast. This is the music that I already listen into. MGS, Mark Szymanski, also has a podcast nowadays. Oh yeah, the Doll People. I don't know what kind of music this is. This is like YouTube online music. I guess. Jose isn't that place, of course, and this is beatboxing. This is a cover of Arctic Monkeys. No idea who Aurora is. David Kushner, a very nice sounding stuff. And here are some recommendations that I can listen to tomorrow. Curious what that will be. Deep Chill series for you. Created for you, Discover Mix. From the community, Dense Playlist, Apache. Oh, this one, the kind of music he makes, I really love it. Because it's like dance music, but also some musical instruments, some orchestra mixed all together. Oh, it really sounds awesome. And the breakdowns. Oh. And he has a new song, if I remember correctly, so I need to listen to it. And that's actually basically it. So, goodbye. Aurora is good. Hey, Dave, how are you doing? This fine evening. Let's see. If we click on here, we have a width of 50%. But we don't want to set that in there, right? Would you set this variable? So this is a section, it's called hero, right? Hero, and this is a hero wrapper, hero content, and this is hero image. Let's do a basic left right kind of thing. With and without dash. That's nice. Now I have to set this on local styles, but we can remove that if I remember correctly by pressing it. Alt click. Which alt click? Ah, you need to click on the tag to reset it. That's nice. Let's make it flex 50. And there we set the width of 50%. I think this makes sense. Because we want to have them both at 50%, right? And then look at that, nothing is viewed. That's awesome. And then inside of our div, we'll add a element. And that element should be a heading. So we need to go into our settings to change it to heading. Or what we also can do is remove this one. Dave is in the house. Woo, 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 woo. How was your birthday, Dave? And how was your weekend? What do you listen to while working? Afrobeat, UK drill, hip hop, Eminem, Central C, and Dave. Are you listening to yourself, Dave? Is Dave listening to Dave? Because it has your name in it. Ooh, it would also be a very fun playlist to have. A playlist with only your name in it. So we'll add a playlist for Dave, and a playlist for Jimmy, and a playlist for Cloudsack, and a playlist for Toby, and a playlist for Bogdan. Heading. Let's see. Hello world. Nope, and that's fine. And then we add another element. Control K, like a paragraph, a paragraph. This is some text. Then we escape, and then we enter another one. Not Control Enter. Also not. Damn! It's hot, so I'm all over the place. Control Shift T. Open up Webstudio again. And let's add Control K a button. We have a button there. But there shouldn't be a button. It should be a link. There we go. And let's remove the button. And inside of a hello button. I'm really excited about Webstudio. I hope it will scale up properly. I hope so as well. I'm also very excited about Webstudio as a headless solution. The only thing that as of right now is holding a bit down is because it's not what's it called, open source yet. But other than that, I think this is a very solid solution. Let's see, we can align things, but we need to justify them because they need to center. Where are those settings? We have here flex child, so we can align them to top, bottom, or center, whatever, or by alt clicking reset it. That's really awesome. But where do I set that this needs to be object fill, position, justified center, the contents? Do we really need to do that? Yeah, just like there's no grid available. We need to set flex. No, we shouldn't set flex. We do need to set flex. And then we can center align it. I really like the visible space gifs. Nope, that's fine like that. And we can all click to reset. That's really easy. And then we can align to center. I was trying out Droid. How do I get to choose my own HTML tag, section, article, etc. in Droid? To be fair, I don't know. We can. I can try it out, but I don't know if I can manage that today because I don't have a setup running in this WP, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Sites. We have Elementor. This is a duplicate Elementor, by the way. A bricks, one for Dave, Etch, another one for bricks. So I don't have Droid running right now. I heard, by the way, that they have reached out to you, Dave, so it's nice that you're collaborating with them. At least I hope that you are. What do you think about it so far, Dave? That's a very good question. I'm very curious as well. I was pretty impressed, actually, by Droid. I think it's a very solid option. But yeah, I haven't dove into using the code or whatever, to be fair. 100%. And by that I mean looking into the code of Droid itself to see if everything is correctly set as expected. So here we have a nice looking section with 2 divs and 2 images. It's a basic layout. It looks fine. And then we can add a button class and do all kinds of changes right here. So I think the HTML element and the easy way you can add it is really awesome. I love to see that you can change the HTML tag somewhere here, or because I don't get that you need to go into settings to change its name and change the tag. It would be nice if, I don't know why, if there's still some spacing needed right here, but it would be nice if we can change the HTML tag right here. So Bogdan, if you're looking at this later, or Oleg or whatever, this is what I would change, I guess, that you can immediately change the HTML tag by double clicking perhaps, or just one click. And that would be nice. instead of having it a little bit away, because do we have direct action access to main? Yeah, we do. And to section, we do, and to article. So we can just add anything that we need. Damn it. Even dialogue is available. Look at that, that's nice. So, really well done. I think just having these kind of commands available to add things is really handy. I also like how WordPress does it. It allows you to press enter on any given element, and then with a damn, it's now playing something that I don't want it to play, because that's I am assuming copyrighted music. It's now outside of the creator mix. Yep. So let's go back into here. And let's see if we can find another playlist. Create a mix. I just need to create the playlist with whole a lot of music in there. So we can only go back and not do any autoplay, please. We just want you to be quiet if there's no music. I've agreed. Oh, you haven't agreed. Got stuck not being able to choose my own HTML tag. Ah, alright, I see. I need to try this out myself at some point. Yeah, I think so as well. Let's see. But what I was talking about is that you can press enter and then add any HTML element as well, and similar like this. Ooh, you have a slot as well that you can put in anything if you'd like to. Can we create a component out of this? Component. Do we need to right click here? Or set up some settings somewhere? I'm going to turn down the music a little bit at my end. Welcome to Webstudio AI Alpha. Ooh, AI, if we're talking about vibe coding. Create a hero section with, yep, let's do that. A heading, subheading, in white, CTA button, and an image of a mountain in the background. Add light blur to the image. Let's see what it comes up with. Ooh, I already feel the vibes. This really feels like a vibe icon as well, right? Hey Bogdan, how are you doing? Nice of you to join. I just checked out the HTML element and now looking into vibe coding. Or aren't you calling it vibe coding? Webstudio Alpha. Why? Yeah, for sure. Vibe coding, here we go. Look at that, that looks awesome. I think the background is more pixelated than it is blurred, if you ask me, but yeah, that's nice. It does the thing that we asked it to do. Create a feature section, please. And look at this nice little animation happening right here. Like it's showing colors. All the different colors. Not enough vibes. Oh, damn, I think I broke. Oh, look at that. There's some vibey things going on. I guess I haven't put it. We have a box inside of a box. If you're talking about box model. Exciting features. Discover the amazing capabilities of our product that will revolutionize your daily routine. Ooh, liking it. All right, so we have checked out Webstudio and the HTML element. I think it's very good. Bogdan, you can you can watch it back. AI is built in, yeah. And Toby, if you want to be even more exciting, then you should follow Oleg on X if you have X, access to X. Oleg Webstudio, because he is sharing, he has shared in the past some screenshots of things that AI made. It was very nice. Let's see if I can find it somewhere. Scroll driven HTML element. Let's go back, way back into time. Right, here are some examples that he created using AI to redesign some sections, and you have some things you can try out and see for yourself. So this was made with AI, and I think this looks pretty out of the box, not as the same as you see every time and every day. So it's nice. Well, you can already create with ooh, look at this. Decode the future of language. That's nice. Language. So follow Oleg on X to see more of their experiments. We're building completely new AI product right now. Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to get into vibing. Ooh, talking about vibing, I had a coupon still lying around for for Bol.new during their hackathon, and then you can try them out for 1 month for free, and you can just register and then sign up to try it out. Try Bolt and see if it is something that you can work with as well. And even if you create a product, you have 6 days left to add it to the hackathon, and probably they can pick you as a winner. I really like, by the way, the site that they made. Yeah, I would suggest you just go ahead and sign up, and then you can test out Bolt a little bit as well. Hopefully it will be a little bit longer. But yeah, for me, up next, it is checking out Edge. Because what Kevin Geary announced today on X, Hey, Mr. Geary, is this one, and they are releasing auto-author components as synced patterns in Gutenberg. Now, if you don't know what synced patterns are in Gutenberg, those are components, actually, that you can use everywhere. Now, it says synced, not asynced, so which means that, or partially synced, which means it stays the same everywhere you use it, so only for author components I can see this being useful too. But I'm very excited about this one. Just updated Edge, so let's check it out. You can share the URL on to the X account. Yeah, for sure. Oleg. Let's see. Scroll a little bit down. Come on, come on, come on, come on. A little bit further down. Here we go. And then we can copy this URL and paste it in there. There you go. Have fun looking at this. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this works out. Auto author components as synced patterns. Edge now authors your components to synced patterns in Gutenberg. The ocean is getting very blue out here. No other ships for hundreds of miles. He's quite right, I guess. Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. I'll be more excited for the partially synced patterns. Yeah, for me as well. But still excited because there's no page builder yet. Maybe Gutenberg does that? This? I don't know. They do it in a different way, right? Let's see. Let's hey, here we have the same thing. When we press Ctrl K, we have that model popping up. Or did I press something else? Ctrl E. Oops. Pressing too many buttons. Oh, nope. I don't want to do that. Leave me alone. Control K. I don't know. Let's just add things and test out if it is working. So we have our section right here, and we already have a nice div container. Let's add two divs, and in this div I want my heading and button, not the image. Go away, stupid image. And I also don't want to open that one. Have my text inside there. So we want the default, and then we add an image right here. This should be a button. Ooh, look at this. This is awesome. I haven't noticed this yet. I need to disable command UI for this first, because I don't want them to mess both of me up. Jump to user ID. Nope. Isn't there a quick way to set it up? Plugins. Deactivate. Command UI. Bye bye. Oh wait, we need to enter styles by pressing Ctrl Enter, and by Ctrl K you have access to this one, the context menu. That's awesome. Button. Primary. And now we have a primary button. I guess I've made a mistake, and this should be dash dash button or something like that. Look at that, we have a button. And for our flex div, I don't like flex div. I like to use grid. Grid. And actually then we don't need this div if we're using grid. And then we can change this one and add hero. Oops. dot hero, you can add attributes easy as well. Display of grid. A grid template, grid of, I don't know the variables for it. Grid 2, something like that. Grid 3, I don't know. What's the grid for it? Then just let's do it like I know how it should be done. Template columns 1FR fart. And now we have a nice left to right thingy happening right there, right? Then we justify content center and align items center. And now we have a nice hero section as well. You can change Ctrl K to something else. Ah, good to know. Especially when it's fighting with Edge. I can see that it's getting very difficult. Here we go. We call it hero, and then we add a space between. Ooh, damn. Because this one needs to be centered, and I want them to, oh, I see, then the image, yeah. I thought that space between would fix it, would put it right side. All right, don't get distracted, focus at the matter at hand. I want to create a component. There we go, we have a nice component, and what we can do then is add some properties, because we want to have a text, another text. We want to have another text and another text, because we just like that. And I guess we can put in a slot as well, but I don't know if that was working right now. But we can just do that just for fun to see how that works, right? Grid, far grid. That's it. Thank you. Have you worked with CSS before? Let's see. Grid -2. Enter. Awesome. Thank you. And if I remember correctly, you can do it like this as well. I thought this was shorthand for it, but I don't remember it by heart, to be fair. All right, so we have a property and we can change the name to a heading, paragraph, and button. Ooh. Yeah, we need to change it in here. But what in the button and URL. Hello world will be the heading. The paragraph would be by world. By world. Oh no. Sub world. And this would be by world because then you're leaving, right? And then we put in hashtag as default. And then in here we can add a prop, if I remember correctly. We can do it like this. Populate default. This one. Yep. Click. Click. Now we only have to add the props right here. Like this. Props.url. And then we're ready. Then we can preview everything. Looks fine. Except the paragraph looks like it's not working. You see? But whatever. Now we can save this. And if I understand it correctly, this now should be a exit. Save this as well. Because now we have our component and we can change text here. So hello. Up. By and a my website .li. Subscribe if you haven't, by the way, and you like this kind of live streams and this is your first time. Hit subscribe. I love checking out all kinds of what's called page builders like Etch and like Droid and that sort of things. I really love doing that. Look at that. We put it into our slot and then it adds the image on top of everything. I mean, if we go back into our component, we see that we have added a slot right here, which is a little bit invisible, but in our HTML structure, it's above our heading. So that's really nice. But now for the big update, there should be a pattern in there. Am I crazy? Or look at that, there it is. No, I guess the slot doesn't work yet and the props is not visible, but we do have a pattern available. And we can't do anything to change the thing. We can go in there and edit original. And if we, for instance, change the heading and text position and we hit save, and we go back to our original section and we hit edit, and we want cannot be saved. Let's hit publish, right? Let's make Etch freak out a little bit. Look at that. It's in the same order as the sync patterns that we have added. I see that we lost our slot, but that's as expected. And then we can edit our component, and yeah, it's synced if I remember correctly, but it's working. That looks very nice. That also means that if we go back into our page editor, now I don't know if they have tested it, but yeah, let's break things. I'm looking for our hero. There's our hero pattern, and then we hit save. And yeah, it looks like we can't make changes right now, right? We don't see the partially synced part, but I can guess that you can add them at a certain point here as well. Ooh, you can change the heading level directly in Gutenberg. But look at that, we have 2 hero sections. Let's put that one inside of section. Hit save. Let's also look at the front end. Yeah, it looks good to me actually. No, just know that this is the first version of how they do this kind of things, like the authoring or automatically creating the components for you, and also the block editor. So it's very nice. It's very good to know that it is possible. So that's awesome. Nice job. It's very awesome to see how this works, and this is again, I'm very excited about Etch because of those reasons, of the things that they're adding. That if you have worked with Vue.js or React or whatsoever, then you know that you need these kinds of things: adding components, reusing them, making changes, add select things, and not having to worry about all the HTML to write. Because we can just make changes in here as well if we want to do the editor only kind of thing, right? We are not strict. We are not limited to something. Let's see, I lost my my panels. Let's see. Oh, here we have our styles. I forgot that. Control K, edit. I mean, if you open up the styles, we can just as well adjust the styles right here. So if you have a margin, wait, this can be 20 pixels, right? It's 20 pixels everywhere, and then left, right, and bottom 0. So that's really nice that you have the ability to adjust it for the page builder if you like to do it that way and think it's a little bit quickly. And if you want to change over to just writing HTML and CSS, I'm very excited about this one. And especially creating those slots. It's not difficult in code, but it's nice that it has it available. And if you know how to use HTML and CSS, it also makes it easier for you to create things for WordPress, not only on CodePen. So I'm very excited about this one. I'm very excited. Now let's look at Etch's very big counterpart called Elementor. Because I wanted to look at Editor v4 as well. How much time do we have left? A couple of minutes. We can also do it next week. What do you think, guys? I'm going to look at Elementor Editor v4 next week. What do you think? Do you think about Webstudio and Etch and the changes they have made? I think they both are great. Now I'm very curious about Elementor as well. Something else that I want to check out right now. I don't think so. Maybe I should do a monthly wrap up of all the page builder updates that have been done. Because we have looked into a couple and not all of them yet. Ooh, I just got access to Breakdance and Oxygen as well, so I'm very excited to check those out as well during a live stream. And I need to make these streams a little bit more tangible, like checking specific things that are very important, changing the HTML tag, having loop grids available, or looping through custom post types or post types at all, having media management available. Be able to use classes, because that's very important to me. And yeah, just check out some of the page builders and have those metrics ready. Also, the user experience is very important to me. I've been working, by the way, on let's check it out. Some designs, very simple designs in black and white, inspired by some trend you see right now. And I'm looking to see how we can integrate this one into the page builders, because the color palette is not that that difficult to recreate, and we can create those sections just to have a feel of everything that's in there. This is based, by the way, also a little bit and a lot, by a little bit I mean a lot, on a framer template that I've seen, but change things up a little bit for my liking. And let's see if we can recreate a few sections in each page builder, which are the most important one. I think the most important one for me to at least get a basic things running is a menu with a button, a nice hero section, and a loop grid with all the works that are in there. I think these things are nice to have, but like seeing here the off grid instead of having the normal grid, that would be nice that we can recreate that, the deep shadow that we have right here, using a couple of drop shadows to create that effect. That would be nice. So I think I will be looking into recreating this design, and I'm using the Brixie's core framework library for it as a basic, and then just did a very small little changes which makes it look a little bit better, and a tiny little dot for color, but that's it. Let me know if you think this is nice. Random question: 1100 pixels versus 3066 pixels for a site. What do you usually go with? I'm doubting what to go with. At work, we are going with 1440 pixels. So that's not even not answering your questions. It's also the standard for Figma, 1440. And if we look into EtchWP, what's the oh damn, this is a nice history. What's the most common browser viewport size? What's the most common resolution used right now for desktop, tablet, and mobile? Here it even says that the most common is 1920 by 1080. So yeah, this is also what you could go with 1920. In the end, it doesn't really matter that much. I would say that this is the lowest amount. Design tip: target around 40 pixels container width and scale for larger or small screens. Yeah, that's also what I like to do. Still prevalent on budget laptops. So this is the amount for budget laptops. E.g. from Stats Counter and Google or Google Analytics. Or Google Analytics. Could you fact check this? Can we add a deeper search the web tool? I don't want to do a deep research right now. You're welcome. 8% of the global market share. So yes, the claim is preference is still true. 3.59. For mobile is this. 9.83% of the... And also, to be fair, it also depends on which country they are living in. It could be so that the desktop size in, I don't know, Belgium are smaller or bigger than in the Netherlands, right? Could be cultural different. Display grid is available at the fonts section in Webstudio. We'll add dedicated grid UI later this year. That's awesome. That would be nice. Go with 36. So everything seems so big. Yeah, that's true. I'm also creating websites that are very big. This is, by the way, the first site that is live right now that I've created, together with some artists. For the company that I'm working with right now. It is made with Elementor, yes. But it was a very nice experience to create it. It's a one-pager, so it's very easy. But there are a lot of things in there that was like, all right, how do I figure that out in CSS? Like the marker effect and aligning the pluses on the empty spaces. And doing all kinds of small images to add what's called depth into to it, and adding the tag. It was awesome to build. Yeah, the designer did a very nice work, and I did a very nice work of building it. It was fun to do, and that got me, because of him, I am inspired to do web design as well again, because I did that for a very long time, UX or UI design. And I want to roll in that as well again. And I will be using some simple color schemes at first, and then upgrade to a more bespoke design. But I think this kind of design can work. I see it a lot floating around. Black, white, a little bit monochromatic. Maybe tweak the colors a little bit as well, and make it so that when you change a color, the basic color palette changes with it. So if you wanted monochromatic in blue, that you have a blue version of this one. So that's something to do in the future. But thanks, guys. I love that you like it. All right, I'm done for today. 1 hour and 2 minutes. It's a nice time to say goodbye. So with that being said, thank you guys for being there. Toby, Bogdan, Jimmy, Dave as well, and of course my little brother. And I'll see you guys next week again. It was nice to have these kind of things. And as always, keep designing.